that existing. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indianapolis Colts are 2-0 after defeating the Denver Broncos 29-28 this past Sunday. Quarterback Daniel Jones says he's always enjoyed playing on the road, and he's excited for this opportunity as they take on the Tennessee Titans at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Colts hope to move to 3-0 for the first time since 2009. Kickoff is Sunday afternoon at 1. You've got traffic and weather coming in 1 minute. It's 3:04.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kendall. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
You've got WIBC traffic at 3:05. What's going on, Matt Bear?
Westbound 74 coming in from Shelby County is stopped about a mile before the 465 ramps. South side, eastbound 465, slow 31 over to 65. On the northeast side, eastbound 465 slows Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. Inbound 65 slow from west to Meridian, and southbound 6570 slow traffic north split to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy Button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print shipping services. Even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly sunny skies for today. It is going to be hot and dry, 90 degrees. Clear and quiet overnight tonight with lows near 62. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel. On the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Man, oh man, a lot of big things happening right here in our own backyard. Let's crank up some good old-fashioned Indiana stuff.
Tenderloins, euchre, basketball, Indiana stuff. A lot of stuff happening here in the Hoosier State today. Over at the Statehouse, the big rally for redistricting. Now, this is the anti-redistrict rally.
These are the we don't want redistricting people.
Correct.
Okay.
And they had a big speaker, somebody people have heard of. And I think if we're going to talk about this individual, we need to have the appropriate music.
Oh. So, somebody...
Hold on.
I'll wait for this as long as I have
to. Somewhere right now in the city, Adam Wren feels so satisfied knowing that Pete Buttigieg is delivering a speech. Nobody loves Pete Buttigieg more than Adam Wren.
Good old pencil neck.
Self-admitted. We did not give him that nickname. He outed himself on this program.
So wait a minute. So Buttigieg. He's here or no?
Yep.
He's not
speaking
here.
Over at the State House, ripping on Indiana Republicans, saying how they're embarrassed by what they're doing, but they're going to do it anyway.
Hey, I'm saying if you can get another seat or two, go for it. I know Rob Kendall and everybody else has a different opinion, but I'm shrugging my shoulders over here saying, get another seat? Why not?
And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, nothing will change. Maybe if Andre Carson actually has to campaign, he still holds on to his seat. Maybe, maybe not. But that's the big debate over at the State House today. So if you're stuck in traffic, and you see a bunch of people over there without jobs, please be careful.
Including Pete Buttigieg.
Right. He's leading the charge over there. Again, had it not been for the fact that he was a late-night TV pal of Seth Meyers, would anybody look at that resume of Pete Buttigieg and go, my God, I want that guy to be president? Now, I know Adam Wren of Politico would. Nobody has hitched their wagon to anybody more than that dude has.
You keep on saying Adam Wren. He's the guy for Politico. He used to write for the Indianapolis Monthly. He outed the sexual assault history of someone running for office here.
Was a part of it with Politico.
Politico, yes. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes. And he used to troll us all the time.
All of a sudden, that stopped.
Because he got fat. And, like, he's so self-conscious about his looks. Remember when Alex Berenson made fun of his profile picture and the very next day he changed it? Like now, Adam Wren's face is kind of blown up a little bit. He's gone from Adam Wren to Adam Chen. And I don't think he wants anybody looking at him these days. I don't know.
And by the way, we can make fun. We are one.
Correct. If he wants to talk about the beer belly on the hammer guy, knock yourself out, kid. Go for it. Also happening in our backyard tonight, scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight, there's a vigil out on Monument Circle for Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Now, I have no idea how big this thing is. It might be 20 people. It might be 100. I have no idea what to expect from this thing tonight, nor do I know if we're going to see protests. Now, on these college campuses...
Why would you see protests during a vigil?
Because we've seen it on college campuses.
For God's sake, man.
The Texas Tech chick that was just making a scene while people were having a very respectful vigil for Charlie Kirk. This chick from Texas Tech was making a complete clown of herself. And then not only was she arrested for her disruption, she was kicked out of school.
Good. I'm seeing this TikTok thing go around about some girl that there's no way this could be real. Students, some girl farted on a Charlie Kirk Memorial at UNC Wilmington, and you actually hear the sounds. Like, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to give it any. But I mean, this is the kind of people we're dealing with here, I'm just saying, for these memorials. So I don't get protesting candlelight vigils. I don't at all get it. I mean...
Like, what kind of person does that? Like, when the...
Sick individual people that I don't want to know about.
When the vigils that were happening in Indy, let's say the hands up, don't shoot thing. Remember, we talked about that before. First of all, that whole movement was a lie. Hands up, don't shoot never happened.
Yeah, that was a scam.
But I would never go into a group that was believing that, doing a hands up, don't shoot tribute.
Wouldn't even enter my mind.
And make a scene or make an ass of myself. Like, if I'm going to make an ass of myself, it's going to be on this radio show saying something stupid.
Yeah, where we're getting paid.
But I'm not going to go interrupt somebody who believes they're doing the right thing peacefully. But yet, you see it on the other side quite a bit.
You showing up to a vigil for Charlie Kirk? I mean, if...
Man, it's right after our show, so I was thinking about walking down there and taking a look at it tonight.
And I mentioned this on the air earlier. One of my friends texted me that said there's one this weekend at some point in Zionsville and Mulberry Fields for Charlie Kirk. That's not confirmed yet, but they're happening all over the country, and including the big one, Sunday at 11 a.m. in Arizona.
So I'm wondering if you're going to get any crossover tonight from the Democrat folks. They're over at the Statehouse with Pete Buttigieg complaining about gerrymandering, to the predominantly conservatives that will be out on the circle tonight in some capacity doing a tribute to Charlie Kirk.
Sure.
Keep an eye on that for you. Another big story here from the Hoosier State. Update from good old-fashioned Muncie, Indiana. We used to call it Funcy.
You spent some time there. I spent a semester there.
The university official that was working in the health department, one of the directors of the health department.
No, she was a bigwig.
Well, she was a big gal, that's for sure.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
That's what I meant. We've dubbed her the notorious PIG. She is out of a job now. Ball State University puts out a statement yesterday says that it has terminated the employment of Suzanne Swearick, effective immediately. Long story short, Ball State says her behavior has been disruptive to the university. So, bada bing, bada boom. She is gone now, and they're also looking into other posts made.
And she was Ball State's Director of Health Promotion and Advocacy.
And she was a big old gal, man. Like, how can you have that person in charge of health in any way? It'd be like me being put in charge of health. I'm a borderline alcoholic. I got a little beer belly. You know, I'm old. Like, you wouldn't put me in charge of health. But I think I'm a better fit than John Madden in a wig over there that they gave that gig to, who thought she had to be Sister Hot Take on social media.
Yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
look where that hate and vitriol got you, lady. Look where that kind of crap got you. Where you got hammered calling you notorious, what is it, PIG?
The notorious PIG.
on the air. But more than that, you lost your livelihood over posts on social media about somebody you've never met, that you don't know, that hasn't affected your life in any way. Is it worth it? Was it worth it?
And listen, seeing firings happening should be an eye-opener. And don't give me this freedom of speech crap, because freedom of speech means you cannot go to jail for your thoughts against the government unless you're making like a death threat or something. No one's trying to lock her up. And for you cancel culture people, I don't want her canceled per se. I don't want her social media to be taken down. I don't want it to be shadow banned.
I don't want her not to have a job. I don't want her not to be able to support herself. She might not be able to have this job now because she ruined.
Exactly.
You know, she broke the rules, but I don't want her. You know, cancel culture to me is when you go back 12 years and find something, you know, reciting dirty rap lyrics or something 12 years ago.
Right.
And then, you know, being called out for it and being fired for it or being suspended or whatever. That, to me, like, it started during the Me Too movement.
Correct.
So nobody's saying that she can't say whatever she wants, but she can't say it while she's employed as the health promotions director at Ball State.
And the university, at first, they were like, nope, free speech. And too many people clapped back going, well, it looks like your law department doesn't know their anus from a hole in the ground, because you can totally fire this individual if you want to. No one's trying to lock her up. And again, I don't want her shadow banned. I don't want any of that crap. What happened to all of us during COVID, I don't want that to happen to this big old woman. I want her to live her big fat life as good as it was before, but you can't say stupid stuff and not expect to get fired. That's how this works. Nigel, if you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 58th birthday to Belle Biv DeVoe member Ricky Bell. He's the Bell.
He's the Bell and Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Thank you for.
Yes.
I was confused there for a moment.
I thought he was the DeVoe. Ricky Bell, 58, New Edition alumni, Belle Biv DeVoe. So, Allison, we're going to play a little Don't Forget the Lyrics here. This is a song that was popular when I was probably in 6th grade. That would have been 1990-ish. What year were you born?
94.
Okay, fantastic. So, I'm going to play a little bit of the biggest hit from Belle Biv DeVoe. See if you can get the next line, okay? Here we go. Kiss her, love her.
That girl is dead.
No, no.
That rhymes with head.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It's poison.
Poison.
That girl is poison. Never trust a big butt to smile. Come on, Allison.
Sorry, Mr. Belvedere.
Not Mr. Belvedere. It's Belle Biv DeVoe. Come on, man.
Wow, that's a surprise to me.
Got kind of dark from Allison, too.
I was just thinking of things that rhymed.
It's a very upbeat song about a girl that's dead. Jeez. Matt Bear.
Southbound 6578 stalled semi in Michigan Street, blocking the right lane. No delay there, but it's going to be slowed down to the south split because of that construction zone. Eastbound 465 delayed 4 minutes from Harding Street into the south split. And that police activity coming in from Shelbyville, that is cleared. Still a little bit slow on westbound 74 right now, but that's clearing up nicely. South side eastbound 465 slows from Harding over to Emerson Avenue. Northeast side eastbound 465 slow from Keystone Avenue to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Discover. Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places to take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
That girl is dead. Good God. 87 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Coming up next, we'll play a little round of Do You Buy It? We have an update on our big live show tomorrow and some booze news before the hour is up. We are going to have a good time today. Let's laugh. Let's have a good time. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Plumbing problems stink. The LD Smith Crew can handle anything. Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Yeah, do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? I guess you could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what's going to happen with it. Or you could make the smart move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years with Bill Demery, the retirement guy. Here's the math. You invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000, right?
Do yourself a favor and call Bill Demery today, your retirement guy. Set up that free consultation, 317-648-5120. Ask about how you could earn 10% in the very first year. Ask about how you could grow that even more by following his program. 317-648-5120 or visit yourretirementguy.com. That's yourretirementguy.com. Bill Demery, the best in the business. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here. If you love to grill, you're going to love this. The brand new Grill Palace is now open at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. It's packed with the best names in grilling: Big Green Egg, Napoleon, Gosney, Traeger, and Yoder Smokers. Plus accessories galore and custom outdoor kitchens by Challenger Design that will turn your backyard into a grill master's paradise. And at the Grill Palace, we don't just sell grills, we show you how to master them. Stop by our demo kitchen for free advice and samples fresh off the grill. Here's what makes it even better. The tent sale is going on right now. That means you can complete the backyard of your dreams. Get your new grill at the Grill Palace, then grab a brand new patio set at 40 to 60% off. The best deals of the season. It's all waiting for you at the Grill Palace grand opening and patio furniture tent sale, only at Sullivan Hardware and Garden, 71st and Keystone. I'll see you there.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Becca, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As an in-house designer, I can't wait for you to see our incredible selection of stylish and stackable rings. If you're shopping for your wedding bands, we have high-quality designs for every style and budget, from romantic to modern. If you're looking to add to a stack, your options are endless. Discover styles with clusters of gemstones, sleek all-metal designs, updated cigar bands, and signet rings perfect for an engraving. Because a friend knows you like options. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Weekday mornings at 7:15, the Tony Katz Popcorn Moment. Brought to you by Boer Remodeling. Don't wait any longer for the kitchen you've been dreaming of. Request a consultation at BoerRemodeling.com.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Ductless Mini Splits dealer.
Well, we're coming to your city.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, Hammer and Nigel Road Show. Beer Sample Friday at Grand Park, the Suburban Indy Fall Home Show at Grand Park. Happening all weekend long. You got to get tickets right now, though. They're $7 right now. Kids get in free, but they're $7 right now just to get in. Go to suburbanindyshows.com for more. And you and I will be broadcasting from 3 to 7, having our Beer Sample Friday sampling from their bar up there. There's several places. I think last year they had a giant bar downstairs, upstairs, and then one of the vendors was like having whiskey tastings, local whiskey. And this,
we took advantage of all three of those things.
Yeah, we did. So, but I mean, this is the Indy Fall Home Show. You wouldn't think. Look, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast last year.
I did too.
And we're going to do the same thing this year.
So please come out and join us tomorrow. Let's all get as many people as we can around our broadcast around 5:50.
Yes.
And just do a big cheers to kickstart the weekend for Beer Sample Friday.
You know who else is going to be doing a big cheers this weekend?
Who's that?
A certain IMPD officer that's retiring.
Is it IMPD or Marion County Sheriff's Department?
It's both. It's Marion County Sheriff's Department and IMPD officer Claire Hockman, retiring after 32 years.
The Claire Bear.
Claire, we were speaking in the hallway with all our mutual friend Jake Query asked us if we'd wish you a happy retirement. I couldn't. Could you imagine retiring? Like retiring. That word is so foreign to me. I feel like I'm going to be working for the rest of my life, Hammer.
Bill Demery, you got a lot of work to do here, kid.
Claire Hockman from the Marion County Sheriff's Department and IMPD. Awesome 32 years. Thank you for your service. I know she is a big listener of the Hammer and Nigel show. And if you go out and have a little too much, have Chief Bailey pick you up.
That's right. He owes you.
Drop you off wherever you need to go after the celebration. So happy retirement, Claire Hockman, after 32 years with the police department.
Speaking of work and retirement, do you buy this? Zoom's CEO says, thanks to AI and technology, a 3-day work week is coming sooner rather than later to most jobs. Now, jobs like ours, we're here every single day. And I love it. I love coming into work every single day. But some jobs, they feel like you could go a little longer. Maybe you can use AI to do some of your workload. And a 3-day work week could be on the way.
Yeah, but so are you going to get paid less?
Probably.
That's the question. Are you willing to get paid less to work 3 days when the AI is going to be doing the rest of your work for the rest of the week? First of all, AI is not going to replace, the guy that's laying sheetrock.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The person on your roof or, the people that are not doing the work on the monument.
But some of these...
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
It looks like progress has been made over there on the monument a little bit.
Somebody moved one of the vehicles.
I saw a guy walk out of the portal the other day. But a 3-day work week in terms of tech and sales and things of that nature... I don't know enough about AI to make a definitive comment, but it certainly makes sense to obviously to this guy.
Well, you know who does know a little bit about AI and has an opinion on this? Joining us now on the hotline to talk about a potential 3-day work week is AI President Donald Trump.
Oh.
Hammer and Nigel, thanks for taking my call.
Welcome.
A 3-day work week? Whose idea was that? Was this Joe Biden's idea? And did Sleepy Joe request that? That guy didn't even work 3 days a week. He was the Nigel of all the United States presidents.
I wish.
Just a big gibberish-speaking turd who was never at work. Speaking of turds, how about Jimmy Kimmel being canned? I'm sure his 47 viewers will be heartbroken. I think ABC could get better ratings if they just showed a home video of a homeless guy washing his butthole in a public fountain. Anyway, I'm going to go screw with Antifa. I'll see if I can get them so mad they wear 3 masks over their faces. Tell Allison I believe in MAGA, making Allison great again.
Yeah.
AI Trump out.
AI President Trump calling into the big show. MAGA, make Allison great again.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing, North Side. It's right there by the Green Bridge. You can't miss it. And when you walk into that beautiful showroom, they treat you like a celebrity. And what I really love is there's no pressure to spend more than you have. Diamonds Direct, the amazing sales team, their main job is to make sure you feel great walking out of the store. They've got the biggest selection, the lowest prices. They're the official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts. And right now, all this month, through September only, special financing. No interest until 2030. So if you're looking to get that home run gift for the holidays or that engagement ring that you're going to get out, in Christmas, New Year's, get it right now with no interest until 2030. Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing. It's right by the Green Bridge. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
ABC is pulling off Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air for now. Sunny and 88 degrees. I'm Jake McDaniel, and this report is brought to you by Guardian Wells Financial. Here's what's trending at 3:32. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr threatened the network after Kimmel made some comments about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. President Trump even jumped in, saying the FCC should yank licenses from networks who criticize him.
When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump, they're licensed. They're not allowed to do that.
It all started when Kimmel said conservatives hit new lows after Kirk's shooting and hinted the shooter was a Trump supporter. And Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are on their way back from the UK. Trump was there yesterday and today, meeting with King Charles and the UK Prime Minister. Indiana stands to gain millions from housing ICE detainees, but it comes with a price. Ryan Hedrick explains.
The Department of Corrections says the federal government will pay nearly $300 per day per person, potentially bringing in more than $200 million for the state over 2 years.
We are housing them, we're feeding them, giving them medical care. They're getting their legal rights, everything they have, obtained to them. We're clothing them.
Correction Commissioner Lloyd Arnold told the state budget committee there's a catch. The state is seeking $16 million $1,000 to upgrade the Miami Correctional Facility. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Uber is set to test a new way to deliver your food.
Uber has partnered with Flytrex to launch drone deliveries through Uber Eats. This will be Uber's first investment and partnership with a drone delivery provider. The scale of the investment was not disclosed. By the end of the year, Uber will begin piloting drone delivery in various markets in the U.S., but the company has not yet revealed where those markets will be. But Flytrex is already operating in Texas and North Carolina. Flytrex is based in Israel and also makes deliveries for Uber Eats rival DoorDash. Uber's drone partnership with Flytrex is part of its strategy to create a huge delivery network that extends beyond cars, bikes, and couriers.
Fox's Hillary Barsky reporting. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:34.
Retirement isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about knowing how to play the next movement. Without a plan, your savings can feel like noise instead of music. I'm Jason Hutchins with Guardian Wells Financial. I've seen too many families head into retirement without the guidance they need. That's why I wrote Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. I'd like to mail you a copy at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929. Inside this book, you'll find real-world strategies on turning savings into income, making smarter Social Security decisions, and reducing a bite of taxes in retirement. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 for your book today. Don't wait. Supplies are limited, and when they're gone, they are gone. Orchestrate your retirement. Discover the rhythm of a confident future.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Call 317-660-0929.
With traffic now, Matt Bear, what you got?
All right, we have eastbound 465 stop and go right now from Keystone Avenue to I-69. Southbound 65 at 78 stalled. A semi Michigan Street blocking the right lane, slow to the north split. And after the stall, we slow traffic down to the south split. It's eastbound 70 delayed 5 minutes, Belmont into the south split. And then inbound 69 slows 106th Street to 465. Crash on the east side, injury and entrapment. It's Washington Street at Mithofer. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 19th through the 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Park Event Center. Visit suburbanindieshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies and quiet conditions tonight. We'll see lows fall to 62. Another hot and dry day on Friday. Mostly sunny skies with highs near 90. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a pair of special guests on the hotline.
Really cool event happening in Beach Grove at O'Gara's Bar on Saturday, September 27th.
To honor a hero, and here to talk about it, we've got Dee Dee Horan and Deputy Chief from the Beach Grove Police Department, Bob Mercury. Dee Dee, you and I have known each other for a while. You've been a teacher in the Beach Grove School District. I'm sure you've yelled at my kids a few times over the years. Your son, my son, played on the same high school baseball team together. You are honoring your fallen husband, Beach Grove Police Officer Bill Toney, who died in the line of duty 25 years ago. It's the big cornhole extravaganza that's taking place at O'Gara's. Dee Dee, does it feel like it's been a quarter of a century? 25 years, does it feel like it?
Some days it does. Some days it does. I used the term a quarter of a century earlier today. And sometimes it does feel like it was that long ago. And honestly, sometimes it feels like yesterday. Feels like just a blink of an eye. I can't believe that we are that it's been 25 years. I mean, my girls were babies.
And how are they doing? How's the family?
They're doing really well. We're all doing really well. Jessica and Emily are both doing well and are successful, and my husband Ryan and I are doing well. And then of course Rylan, our son together is at IU. So yeah, everyone is doing well. Bill Toney's name is always Bill Toney, Daddy Bill Tony is a household name at our house. That's how we refer to it, and that's been, it's been great to we've done something every single year since Bill's been gone. We've never ever missed a year. We started off with softball tournaments that were started by one of Bill's great friends, Ron Sexton, who actually ended up being my brother-in-law, and went to. Then we played softball for a few years and got kind of old, and then we moved on to cornhole. And then we moved on to cornhole with a car show because Bill really loved cars and put Bill's car into it. And then the past few years we've just done a toast to Bill, but we've never ever missed a year. We want to do something really big for the 25th. We all feel like not only is it 25th, but we felt a huge weight's been lifted from us, and that we are we are celebrating his life and want to celebrate him. We've always raised money. We've given money to other fallen officers' families. We had a scholarship going for a few years at Franklin Central. We've done a couple of things for the police department. But this year we wanted to do it right and to do it big.
What does it look like for you to do it right and to do it big this year? Because it seems like this fundraiser has been growing exponentially ever since you started doing it.
Quite honestly, my family and we were sitting around and brainstorming, thinking, what can we do for the 25th? We reached out to the police department and asked, what's their need? What is there a need? Is there a need at all within the department? And it was actually, I had recently talked to the Shanovez family, Noah Shanovez's mom and dad, and had been connected with them. And Bob was very connected with them. And it was actually Bob's wife, Angie, who called me one day and said, "Edie, I have an idea. We've got an idea for the 25th. Let's try to raise enough money to put ballistic windshields in all of the deputies' cars."
What kind? I'm sorry. Say that again. What kind of windshields?
So ballistic windshields. So you don't really want to say bulletproof, right? Because nothing's foolproof, but ballistic. So, but the layman's terms, bullet-resistant, bulletproof windows. I got to be honest with you, 100%. I watch body cam videos daily. I have to watch all the body cam videos about any of our use of force or pursuits. I get requests for multiple requests for body cam videos daily from the Marion County Prosecutor's Office. I see what our officers are dealing with. I cannot tell you how dangerous it is. I cannot tell you how much patience, professionalism, restraint these officers use. It is a different world. I've been on 34 years at Beech Grove. I did 2 years at IU before that. I've seen a lot of the same stuff these young kids are seeing, but they see it every single day. And I was just like, okay, we've got to really address this. So I reached out to Matt Jonovez. I talked with him about it. He put me in contact with Elwood Chief Brizendine, started to look at it, and thought, you know what? Everything Dee Dee said about corresponding this with the 25 years, this is something we got to do. And something even more important is it's got to be a living, ongoing legacy. And so I got with the chief and the mayor and the city of Beech Grove and EMS, and we started what's called the Beech Grove Public Safety Foundation, non-for-profit. And we got that. It's not solely going to be for this, guys, but it is going to be for things for Beech Grove EMS and Beech Grove Police Department that can fill the gaps for items that the officers need.
We're talking to Dee Dee Horan and Deputy Chief Bob Mercury from the Beech Grove Police Department. The 25th Annual Bill Tony Memorial Cornhole Championships.
Saturday, September 27th at O'Gara's in Beech Grove.
The event is open for registration, $25 per person, and it's going to a great cause. We're going to put this information on our social media here in just a little bit. Dee Dee, you said something earlier that caught my attention. You said a weight has been lifted. Is that the execution of your husband's killer? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, yes, it is. And and if I'm being very honest and open with you, as you and I always have been, I'm done talking about him.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
And that, but yes, we don't have that, the weight of that and the hearings and the what ifs, and not that any of us gave him a whole lot of thought on a daily basis. But yeah, that is what I mean. I mean, we feel like that we can finally celebrate Bill's life and how much he loved Beech Grove. I mean, he only wanted to be a Beech Grove police officer. He didn't want to go anywhere else. He just wanted to be a Beech Grove police officer. And we feel like that we can finally celebrate his life without there being a kind of a dark cloud cast over what was still, lingering in the courts and in the system.
Was justice done in your eyes? Do you feel like you've got justice?
Yeah, we have justice. We want to move on from that and just celebrate his life.
Bob, let me go back to you here, Deputy Chief Bob Mercury. I'm sure you've probably got some officers on your staff that either were really young, maybe not even born yet, when this tragedy happened to Officer Bill Toney. How do you keep the legacy of Officer Toney alive?
No, you're exactly right. So many of our officers weren't here. There were some that were intimately involved in it. There were some that were here and were close to Bill. Bill even had trained them in FTO. So I think that the best way to say that is these guys and gals love each other. They work together. They know each other's kids. They know each other's families. We're 39 officers, and they know what it feels like to have that camaraderie. And so oftentimes we'll remind them and we'll talk about Bill as people's memory. Someone is kept alive by talking about them, sharing memories of them. And so they'll see us give a wry smile rather, and we'll start telling a story about Bill. But they can absolutely identify with it because that's the way they feel about each other.
If somebody's listening right now and they support law enforcement, but they can't make it out to the event, maybe it's a business, maybe it's just somebody listening in their car right now, are there ways they can help?
Absolutely. We have, there is a 25th Annual Bill Toney Facebook page, and there is information on there. We have T-shirts for sale. We have stickers. We are any amount helps. We also, there is information there about who they can make their checks payable to. We're trying to raise over $100,000. It is not an easy task, but we would just appreciate anything anybody would want to give. Bob, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, not so much that. I know you're up against it, but I wanted to say this. If people could remember the Shonavez family and their prayers, their court trial is going to be starting the first of the year in January, and just think of Matt and Lori and give them your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you guys so much. Saturday, September 27th, the big cornhole tournament to honor the memory of Beech Grove police officer Bill Toney. Sign up right now, $25 to enter, and it's going to a great, great cause. Dee Dee, Deputy Chief, thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
98 years of quality and comfort with Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Since 1927, our family-owned store has been your trusted source for top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Tempur-Pedic, and Smith Brothers. Hey, this is Spencer Thompson, and right now, during our 98th anniversary sale, save up to 50% off on furniture and mattresses, plus free delivery, interest-free financing, and extra discounts for cash. Hurry, sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus, get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
Fostech is the family-owned business that makes incredible firearms right here in Indiana. Fostech, created by 2 career firefighters and 1 U.S. Air Force veteran, they create special, unique firearms. American craftsmanship meeting cutting-edge technology. Their Origin 12 shotgun is the envy of the industry, and all their products are designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Follow Fostech on Facebook and Instagram at Fostech_INC. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's Fostech. Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago Senator Dick Durbin. And now Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. Today, consumers have thousands of choices in credit cards, all with equal, strong security. But Durbin's plan is less competition and less security. And that means more risk for your credit and your identity. Tell Republicans in Congress, stop Dick Durbin's takeover of your credit card before it's too late.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda of Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Well, who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 Accord SE for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda of Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake. Visit our showroom off State Road 37 today. Tax and title fees not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only. Not combinable with other offers. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends September 30th. See dealer for details.
Heat and cool places where ductwork won't fit using Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits. You can even wrap them to match your decor.
Find out more at absolutecomfort.org. Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Catch Emmer and Nigel live from the Fall Home and Outdoor Living Show this Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Grand Park Events Center in Westfield. They'll be checking out over 200 vendors, home displays, and all the fun happening at the show.
I've got the information now posted on our Facebook and Twitter of the big cornhole tournament to benefit the Beech Grove Police Department and fallen officer William Toney. If you want to check that out, it's on our Facebook and Twitter. Just look for Hammer and Nigel. Matt Bear.
Southbound 65 is 70 stalled semi Michigan Street blocking the right lane, slow to the north split, and then we continue to be slow after the stall down to the south split. Inbound 65, 4-minute delay 21st to Meridian. Eastbound 70, 5-minute delay Belmont into the south split. Crash on the east side affecting both directions of Washington Street. It's to the east of Mithofer. Had injury and working entrapment. A building fire just reported on 38th Street to the east of Keystone Avenue. Please be careful in that area. Northbound 465 slow from 86th Street to 865. Inbound 69 slow from 96 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indy Home and Outdoor Living Show September 19th through the 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Parks Event Center. Visit SuburbanIndyShows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And we will be live at that Suburban Indy Show tomorrow for a little beer sample Friday. Please join us. 87 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
crank up some booze news.
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. 1-1.
We are buried booze news, cause it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Hammer and Nigel present Booze News, Booze News. Yeah. Time for Booze News. 2 words. Drunk monkeys.
Go on.
Scientists have discovered that chimpanzees consume the equivalent of more than 2 alcoholic drinks per day.
All right, monkeys getting after it.
They say they ingest sizable amounts of alcohol given their preference for ripe fruits, which could ferment naturally as yeast from the environment convert their sugars into alcohol.
See, I told you fruit was bad for you. That's why I'm on that all chicken wing and donut diet.
I try to eat the fruit before it ferments, but a study published says this week the first. This is the first to estimate their daily alcohol consumption based on analysis of more than 500 fruits found below trees where chimps recently fed. So the next thing we're going to find out is chimps are addicted to alcohol, and there's going to be like a long list of liver transplants. There's going to be a list of chimpanzee liver transplants.
Somebody's going to donate to a chimp over a person, and it's going to create such a social media bleep storm. Somebody's grandfather is going to be waiting for an organ, and then some woke member of PETA is going to give it to a monkey. That's happening. You know it is. Real quick, the new Degenerates Next Door podcast is out.
Okay.
We've got action on the big Thursday night game tonight, the Dolphins and the Bills. I've got lots of plays on that. Sunday action, Rob talks about Monday Night Football and spends most of the show whining about the Chicago Bears.
Anything on the Fever? Fever tonight?
Big one tonight.
They're 7-point underdogs.
Yeah, it's going to be tough down in Atlanta. Win or go home. If they lose, the season's over. If they win, they advance to round 2. Good luck.
Hey, listen, if you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement, hopefully it's not stuffed underneath your mattress somewhere. You can make the smart move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years. You invest $200,000 now, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000, right?
So $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first year. So by the year's end, that original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. If this doesn't make sense, relax. Finance is complicated, but Bill Demery, your retirement guy, he will sit down with you for free and make it make sense. 317-648-5120. Schedule that free consultation. 317-648-5120 or visit yourretirementguy.com. That's Bill Demery, yourretirementguy.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to QCkinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Pros trust Milwaukee Power Tools, which is why Quality Supply and Tool is one of the largest Milwaukee dealers in the country. And right now at Quality Supply and Tool, buy a select M18 fuel grinder, bare tool, and get your choice of the Red Lithium XC8 battery kit, 3/8-inch mid-torque impact wrench, or 4.5 to 5-inch variable speed grinder free. That's a $279 value.
Or buy a select M18 4 or 6-piece combo kit and choose 2 select M18 tools free. Only until November 2nd while supplies last. In Lafayette, Bloomington, Jeffersonville, and Indy, Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box store.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure.
Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft. In a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it. Guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
America respects our first responders and veterans, the brave whose business is taking action when calamity strikes. It's dangerous work, often surrounded by sirens, shouting, even gunfire, so hearing loss is probable. First responders can turn to Relay Indiana. If you have trouble hearing on the telephone, visit RelayIndiana.com for voice recognition technology phones that allow the hearing impaired to have normal phone conversations. And there's loaned equipment for those who qualify. Get clarity back on the phone. Visit RelayIndiana.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, a new update about an Indiana death row inmate, a battle over a data center development that's heating up in Indiana, and you'll hear about a milestone regarding a World War II veteran. Those stories coming up after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
He's still hoping to end the war in Ukraine. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
It's tougher than I thought, but I've done a lot of tough things.
President Trump saying again he's very disappointed in Russia's President Putin. Also telling Fox's Martha McCallum after meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer that it could help for other NATO allies to put pressure on China.
If Europe did something with respect to China, I think China would probably maybe force an end to the war.
Is there any openness to that? Did Starmer say they would consider that?
Well, I would have done something too, but again, you can't have Europe buying oil from Russia and then have me getting upset with China because they're buying oil from Russia.
President Trump also clarifying a previous comment about a willingness to help by air. He says he meant help to secure the peace after the war is settled. The president is expected to have a call tomorrow with China's leader, in part to finalize a deal to save TikTok from a U.S. ban.
And it sounds like they've approved TikTok, and TikTok is a tremendous amount of money for the United States, so that was nice.
The social media giant has until mid-December to divest from its Chinese parent company, a deadline recently extended again by President Trump. A Pennsylvania prosecutor just confirming an ambush in last night's killing of 3 police officers, saying the gunman who was killed by officers was a suspected stalker who hid at his ex-girlfriend's home, opening fire on officers who came to arrest him. In addition to the 3 officers killed, 2 others were injured. 4 of these 5 officers worked for the Northern York County Regional Police Department, where a makeshift memorial is growing now outside the building. A record day on Wall Street. The Dow up 123 points at the close. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Indiana just canceled a scheduled meeting. Sunny and 88 on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. That was with death row inmate Roy Lee Ward and the parole board. That's because Ward told them that he did not want to do it. Ward's lawyer says his decision was about helping the family of Stacey Payne, who he killed in 2001, avoid the burden of coming to the prison. His attorney said Ward's autism makes it hard for him to communicate and be open with his feelings. A different meeting is still scheduled for Monday in Indianapolis. This was reported by the Indiana Capital Chronicle. Ward is set to be executed on October 10th. Many residents in Indiana are frustrated with the ongoing data center conversations. Johnette Cruz reports.
Another day, another data center proposal in the state. Plans for a new data center in New Carlisle, Indiana are in jeopardy after the St. Joseph County Area Plan Commission gave the project an unfavorable recommendation. The proposed $12 million center could generate up to $22 million a year in tax revenue. Residents in the area are experiencing data center fatigue after challenges with the Amazon project already under construction. The county council is set to vote on the proposal on September 23rd. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana World War II veteran Clyde Milligan just turned 100 this week, and Senator Todd Young gave a speech to honor him on the Senator floor.
Let's inspire this generation and the generations that follow by recognizing these standout citizens, some of them citizen warriors who helped us win World War II.
Milligan enlisted at just 16 years old and wrote the number 18 under his shoe. He served in the South Pacific and came home to live a life of patriotism and faith. And the Indiana Fever are 24-20 after they defeated the Atlanta Dream 77-60 in Game 2 of the first-round playoff series. Game 3 is this evening, and the tip-off is at 7:30 Eastern. You got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:04.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us, 317-563-0868, or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace through strict.
With your WIBC traffic at 4:05, here's Matt Bear.
Southbound 6570 Michigan Street stalled, semi-blocking the right lane, slowed to the north split. In fact, the entire southbound 6570 stretch stop and go right now. North split down to the south split for a delay of 10 minutes. Eastbound a 75-minute delay from Belmont into the south split. Inbound 65 delayed 5 minutes. 29th to Meridian Penn. Crash east side Washington Street at Mithofer. Injury and entrapment in that crash. Northwest side, northbound 465 grind from 86th Street up to 865. East side, southbound 465. Stop and go traffic from 70 down to South Shadeland Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at indianafoundationservice.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a mostly clear, quiet, and cool Thursday night with lows back down to the low 60s. And then we're in for a hot end to the work week for our Friday under plenty of sunshine, dry air, and light winds. Highs will get back into the upper 80s to even low 90s in some spots across central Indiana. And we're still on the warmer side into Saturday with highs in the mid to upper 80s under partly to mostly cloudy skies and light winds. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Wow, so in the same day, Donald Trump declares Antifa a terror organization and Jimmy Kimmel removed indefinitely, pulled off the airways on ABC, all in the same day. Hammer,
Hold on. You mean to tell me that in a 24-hour span, Antifa is declared a terror organization and Jimmy Kimmel's told to kick rocks?
Oh,
come on, baby.
I see what you did there.
This is what I voted for. This. Now, you maybe have different reasons. I voted for this. I want Antifa to be called a terror organization. And listen, Jimmy Kimmel's a jagoff, so I'm fine with that.
I have questions about the Kimmel thing, but let's start with Antifa.
Okay, so Trump puts out a statement last night, and it's a long statement, but I'm going to read the meat and potatoes here. Quote, I am pleased to inform our many U.S. patriots that I'm designated Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. Okay, that's great. I'm excited for that. That's good.
Yes.
However, you got to understand that sometimes the old man gets rolling, and you got to understand the law, right? Donald Trump is not a lawyer. Andy No is one of my favorite journalists. He has been covering Antifa for years. They almost killed him. He got attacked.
One of those independent social media journalists.
Yes.
Really
Andy
good stuff.
NGO.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody covers Antifa better than this guy. And nobody is probably more interested in this story than him, but he wants everybody to temper their expectations.
A lot of people saw the headlines, was very excited. I'm here to say that excitement has to be tempered a bit, okay? Domestic radical extremist organizations cannot be banned because of the First Amendment. It's why there are groups like the KKK that still exist, or neo-Nazi groups that exist. Membership to those groups is not a crime in the U.S., and it cannot be because of the First Amendment. Similarly, membership, nobody's challenged this, of course, in the law, but just as a matter of legal consistency, prosecutors know that they can't probe somebody's political affiliation and make it a criminal matter in that regard. But hope is not lost. We do have federal legislation on conspiracy and RICO crimes, which is about organized crime. And that's where we can go after people. And I hope, therefore, that this statement, it's symbolic, but I hope that it's really prioritized by the Department of Justice.
So more so than a terror organization like ISIS or Al-Qaeda, it's almost like the mafia.
Organized crime.
Organized crime. And, okay, so I've heard the argument of somebody saying, well, wait a minute. If you're an ISIS or if you're an Al-Qaeda member, then you can be prosecuted. Why is that? Once again, here is journalist Andy No.
Sometimes people ask me, wait, people have been convicted for being a part of a terrorist group like Al-Qaeda or Islamic State, IS. That is true. However, here's a very important difference. In the federal legislation on against being part of terrorist groups or providing material aid to terrorist groups, which are federal crimes, by the way, terrorism in terrorist groups is how it's defined at the federal level, is international. It's foreign. None of that legislation applies to domestic terrorist groups. That's his quote on Truth Social.
So long story short, Antifa is just a United States pain in the rear end. It's not an internationally, globally known, globally funded terror network like Al-Qaeda or ISIS. Okay. That's why. But you can still hit them with RICO. You can try to bust the funding. And that's where the real fight becomes. Who's funding these people? And if you're considering them organized crime, now you've got a ball game. You can start arresting people. So let's go on to Jimmy Kimmel here.
All right.
Many Nexstar and Sinclair local affiliates around the country, local affiliates were so upset that Jimmy Kimmel flat out lied about the killer of Charlie Kirk on the air. They said they, as a local station, were not going to air his show anymore. That got to the top brass of ABC. And I think ABC was honestly looking for a reason to fire Jimmy. His ratings were bad.
They're all bad at late night. Yeah, sure.
Stephen Colbert was losing $10 million a year, and Stephen Colbert's numbers were beating Jimmy Kimmel.
I thought it was more than 10.
Might have been more than 10.
Wow.
And a staff of 100 people. So think about all the money that goes into that show. And Kimmel was looking up at Stephen Colbert. But these local affiliates were like, no, we're not doing this. Now, let's take a step back here. Here's what Jimmy Kimmel said that officially ended his run, for all intents and purposes, at ABC.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
So Jimmy Kimmel says that MAGA was trying to score political points and that the shooter of Charlie Kirk was MAGA, a Republican. Not true at all.
Those are all lies. He's been a mouthpiece for the Democratic Party for the better part of a decade. And that is the dumbest thing I've heard. Why, if you're MAGA, why, if you were a Trump supporter, would you murder Charlie Kirk?
Right.
Try to twist yourself into a pretzel to explain that. And they have been.
And the radicalization of Jimmy Kimmel has been wild to watch. Because I will admit, I was a fan of The Man Show. When he did that show with Adam Carolla, and they did bits on Comedy Central, it was about comedy and nothing else. And it was dude humor, which is kind of my wheelhouse, right? They had the Man Show boy out there selling beer and doing things, girls on trampolines. He used to kind of be one of us. But then along the way, Jimmy Kimmel decided, I want to be invited to all the fancy parties. Same thing with Stephen Colbert. He wanted to dance in the backyard with Chuck Schumer. They want to be invited to the fundraisers.
That was so cringe.
So cringe.
Oh, that video. Oh, that clip is awful.
And man, life comes at you fast. It seems like only yesterday, Jimmy Kimmel was pretty happy that Tucker Carlson got canceled by Fox.
Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson. After all these years, they are parting ways, which means he was fired. I mean, that's really what parting ways means. Tucker couldn't be reached for comment. He's already on a plane to Moscow to meet with his manager. But what a shock. I mean, what an absolutely delightful shock this is. Now Tucker can spend more time at home tanning his testicles and touching himself to that sexy green M&M. Sadly, he's probably not done poisoning old people's brains. The question now is, where will he do it next? Will he go to OAN? Will he go to Newsmax? Will he crawl back up Satan's fiery beehole from whence he came? We don't know. One of the most despicable mother Tuckers ever to appear on American television.
Same thing to you, my friend.
I mean,
right back at you.
Content oriented is why these guys, is why Tucker was supposedly let go, and is why Jimmy Kimmel is let go. There's another aspect to this that's a little weird to me. Nexstar owns a crap load of television stations, and they're wanting to merge with Tegna.
Yes.
This is getting into the weeds just a little bit. Bear with me. And they both, and you mentioned Sinclair too,
right?
So all the ABC affiliates, they're blaming the affiliates on, like, on this.
So, like, from a local perspective here, just so our audience can follow along here, Tegna is like Channel 13.
Okay.
And then Nexstar is like CBS 4 and Fox 59. They're about to have this big partnership.
Yeah.
But Sinclair owns a lot of the ABC affiliates, which is the prime network of Jimmy Kimmel.
But it's like, so if Nexstar and Tegna merge, they're going to have like 80% of the homes in America, and there's all this red tape and rules that like that limits to 40%. And so they need, I don't know how else you would describe it, a big ass waiver from the government for that merger. And it kind of, man, I gotta be careful what I say here. It kind of reeks of crony capitalism, where you're having, governments and business leaders kind of brush up against each other here.
Sure.
And so, ABC affiliates were losing money. Jimmy Kimmel was losing money, and they can stand on that. But at the same time, they're going to need a big-ass waiver, because the current limit to have, 80% of the homes in America, if those two conglomerates merge, is like, you're going to need a waiver. You're going to need the FCC, maybe the FTC. I don't know. You're going to need somebody to sign something that says, all right, this is okay.
True.
I'm just saying,
And I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like the FCC chair, Brennan Carr, told ABC affiliates, yeah, you need to poll Jimmy Kimmel. I don't want Big Brother with his hands in this. I mean, Alex Berenson, who led the charge on the lies and exposing the real data on COVID, was silenced, deplatformed, banned on Twitter, in part, according to his lawsuit against Biden by the administration working with tech companies. I'm not directly comparing the two, but I'm just saying I don't like it when the government, Big Brother, gets involved. Supposedly, I'm speculating here in all of this, but I see
what you're saying. I think this is a bigger story if ABC didn't want it to happen, though. ABC, I think, was looking for a reason to cut ties.
They're losing money.
Right. Like, think about all the money Colbert was losing, and Colbert had better ratings than Jimmy Kimmel did.
Yeah.
So I reached out to our pal Jeff Boggs. Jeff, again, he's got a big boy job now, so he's unable to join us.
Boo.
But as a former writer for Late Night, I wanted to get his thoughts. He sent me this text, quote, Kimmel is a rich douche who deserves this. I wonder how his staff of 100 people will feel in about 3 months when the severance payments stop and they can't get jobs in the new Hollywood. And the other thing that's wild to me, like the same people that were cheering when Roseanne got fired for, making some controversial comments about a reporter, like now they're upset that Jimmy Kimmel got fired. It doesn't work that way. Like the national media also, they're more upset that Jimmy Kimmel is losing his show than they were Charlie Kirk got shot and killed, which tells you everything you need to know about some of these people. I guarantee you tonight, some of these stations like CNN or MSNBC, the left-leaning outlets, they're going to spend more time on cancel culture and Jimmy Kimmel than they are about Charlie Kirk being murdered and the ramifications of it. And that's gross. Matt Baer.
Eastbound 465 on the north side, crash before Allisonville Road, and it's blocking 2 left lanes, stopping traffic back to Westfield Boulevard. After that, we have a stall eastbound 465 at I-65, blocking the left lane. The whole thing's a mess. Looking at southbound 6570 downtown, crash approaching the south split, blocking the center lane and the right center lane. Traffic is stopped back into the north split for a delay right now of 26 minutes. Eastbound 70, 4-minute delay, Belmont into the south split, and inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic for a 5-minute delay is 29th to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I really believe ABC are the happiest people on the planet that Jimmy Kimmel self-imploded and did this to himself. Flat out lied on the air to protect his liberal overlords. It gave ABC the green light to blow this loser out. Right now, sunshine, 87 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Is this anything next?
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been that long. 98 years of quality and comfort with Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Since 1927, their family-owned store has been your trusted source for top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Tempur-Pedic, and Smith Brothers. And right now, during their 98th anniversary sale, save up to 50% off on furniture and mattresses, plus free delivery.
Thompson Furniture and Mattress, located in Columbus. Here's what I love. Those guys love and support the Hammer and Nigel show. They love you, the listener. And anytime you guys go into their store and say that we sent you, they let us know. They love the listeners. They send us pictures all the time. They support what we do. So please, take care of these guys. If you need a couch, a love seat, maybe some patio furniture, whatever the case may be, Thompson Furniture and Mattress. Free delivery and setup. If you live within 75 miles of their store, ThompsonFurniture.net. Please tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99% or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841 and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Rob. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. And no interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 317-659-7574. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
At Duke Energy, we're making Indiana's energy grid stronger and more resilient, ready for storms and growing energy demands. We're adding more power to the Indiana grid. We're using new innovations and smart technology to restore outages faster. And we're doing it all in cost-efficient ways to keep bills as low as possible while we serve you with reliable energy. Duke Energy, building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Truck drivers and owner-operators, there's never been a better time to team up at Schneider. We have more team-friendly loads than ever, including express delivery parcel freight that offers great miles with no delays to keep the wheels turning. Plus, for a limited time, company team drivers may be eligible for a sign-on bonus of up to $16,000. Owner-operator teams may qualify for a $10,000 incentive. Explore team driver positions at SchneiderJobs.com and search team contracting jobs at SchneiderOwneroperators.com.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Ductless Mini Splits dealer.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's Office here in Indiana. The Attorney General's Office reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
A Spirit Airlines flight had to be warned to move a little further away from Air Force One recently.
Oh!
Here's air traffic controllers trying to get the pilot's attention and giving them a good old-fashioned lecture.
New York, Air Force 1300, climbing 320.
Air Force 1, New York Center, roger. Spirit 1300, descend to flight level 330. Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right, vector traffic and descent. Pay attention, Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right. Spirit 1300, Boston Center 134.0. I got to talk to you twice every time. Spirit 1300, Boston 134.0. Pay attention. Get off the iPad.
Oh! Air Force One yelling at Spirit Airlines.
Pay attention. Get off the iPad. Yeah. My understanding is they were 11 miles apart in airspace, which seems like a pretty significant
distance.
Yeah, distance, right. But I don't think they F around when we're dealing with Air Force One. And if Spirit, if the guy had been on his iPhone and not been paying attention and not just, yeah, whatever. Air Force One also has, like, the fighter jets following them.
Correct.
You get too close to Air Force One, you get blown out of the sky. That's it. I don't care whether you're a commercial airliner or something else, or an enemy. You get too close to Air Force One, you get a couple warnings, and then, all right, release the Hellcats or Hellfire missiles or whatever you call them. You're done. You're done. Yeah, that's something. I love how they said that. Get off your iPad.
All right, so here's the counter argument. Yes, they can blow them out of the sky if they choose. But if it comes to one-on-one combat, I'm taking the staff of Spirit Airlines because they are like the Waffle House of the sky. They see fights every day. They deal with brawls every day. They probably know ways to make somebody submit that the folks at Air Force One only dream of. So if it comes to one-on-one combat, Spirit Airlines is the betting favorite. Is this anything? Animal lovers on Long Island saved a deer that got seriously tangled up in a soccer net, but the deer was not really cooperative, and it took a while to cut all the netting away.
Yeah, poor guy.
It eventually ran off into the woods. Here he is rescuing the deer.
What's up, buddy? I'm going to get you out of this. I know. I know. There we go. Just relax. It's a little bit more. It's all off. If he gets up now, he should be good. We got to get this net down. See you later, buddy.
Sounds like me trying to get the official mailman of the Hammer and Nigel show off the ground after he's been drinking too much. Back in the 20s. That was hilarious. Play it again and just picture me trying to pick my buddy up off the ground, my buddy Justin up off the ground.
What's up, buddy?
Justin,
hey,
come on.
Get you out of this.
Come on.
I know.
You've been drinking. We know how to get you up.
I know. There we go. Just relax. It's a little bit more. It's all off. If he gets up now, he should be good. We got to get this net down.
That's more like
See you later, buddy.
And I'm sure Justin's breathing heavily like the deer. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Retirement isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about knowing how to play the next movement. Without a plan, your savings can feel like noise instead of music. I'm Jason Hutchins with Guardian Wells Financial. I've seen too many families head into retirement without the guidance they need. That's why I wrote Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. I'd like to mail you a copy at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929. Inside this book, you'll find real-world strategies on turning savings into income, making smarter Social Security decisions, and reducing a bite of taxes in retirement. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 for your book today. Don't wait. Supplies are limited, and when they're gone, they are gone. Orchestrate your retirement. Discover the rhythm of a confident future.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Call 317-660-0929.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
A new era. You've still got sunny skies and 88 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:31. Turning Point USA, the board of Charlie Kirk's organization, has elected Erica Kirk, his widow, as the new CEO and board chair, Fox's Jessica Rosenthal explains.
In a statement announcing Erica Kirk as the new CEO, existing Turning Point USA board members said Charlie Kirk had prepared them to survive the greatest of tests, and that they all have a role in carrying on Kirk's mantle, that the attempt to destroy Charlie's work is their opportunity to make it more powerful and enduring than ever before. This Sunday, Erica is expected to speak at a large memorial in Arizona at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The stadium can hold more than 63,000 people, and those interested in attending are being told to first register on the Turning Point website. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Improving patient health care is one of the goals for Indiana Republican Congressman Rudy Yoakum while he's in office. Yoakum and several of his colleagues have put together what's called the Ensuring Patient Access to Critical Breakthrough Products Act.
This bill is critical to ensuring Hoosier seniors have access to the best and most advanced medical devices available.
Right now, he says there's too much red tape that's preventing that, and this bill would fast-track treatments and diagnostics for people with life-threatening and debilitating conditions. It was approved by the Ways and Means Committee this week, and it still has to be reviewed by the full House. Gas prices are going down. You're paying an average of $3.08 a gallon of gas today, says AAA. And World War II veteran Clyde Milligan was just 16 and went to Ben Davis High School when he enlisted in the Army to fight in World War II, serving in the South Pacific. Indiana Senator Todd Young spoke on the Senate floor to celebrate Milligan's 100th birthday from this week.
On this monumental birthday, we all, from the United States Senate back to his church in Whitestown, send him our best wishes and enduring thanks.
After the war, Milligan came home to Indiana, got married, and even owned his own business. And now your WIBC closing bell report. At the closing bell today, the Dow rose 124 points to 46,142. The S&P 500 went up 31 points to 6631, and the Nasdaq had a 209-point increase to 22,470. News time, 4:33. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Hey, September is here, which means the kids are back at school again. Football is back, but did you know September is also Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and AAA Hoosier Motor Club would love it if you help support cancer research at Riley Hospital for Children, which serves more than 300 new pediatric cancer patients each year. Think about that number. I don't like that number, but we are thankful that Riley Hospital for Children is here to take care of your kids.
Get all the same member benefits like discounted zoo tickets, exclusive access to the AAA Tailgate Lounge at Ruoff Music Center, and the peace of mind that comes with their award-winning roadside assistance, all while supporting children with cancer at the same time. It's a win-win. To join or renew AAA, visit AAA.com, call 844-GO-AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You've got traffic at 434 with Matt Bear.
Downtown crash southbound 65 as 70 approaching the south split. We have the center lane blocked and the right center lane blocked, and this has jammed us up back to the north split and a delay time right now of 6 minutes. Eastbound 465, we still have a stall approaching I-69, and that's slowing us down to Allisonville Road. Eastbound 465 is stopped after Meridian past Keystone Avenue because of a earlier crash, but the front of the line is starting to clear out. Still delayed 23 minutes. That should subside. Inbound 69, 3-minute delay from 106th Street to 82nd. Northwest side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic. 71st past 65, and again, right around West 46th Street. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 19th through 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Park Event Center. Visit suburbanindieshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
We're in for a mostly clear, quiet, and cool Thursday night with lows back down to the low 60s. Friday under plenty of sunshine, dry air, and light winds. Highs will get back into the upper 80s to even low 90s in some spots across central Indiana. So on the warmer side into Saturday with highs in the mid to upper 80s under partly to mostly cloudy skies. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings, what can I say about these guys, they are the best in the business of what they do. We're talking concrete coatings for your garage floor, your basement, your pool deck, any indoor or outdoor area concrete. You should see the miracle they worked with my garage floor. My new Galaxy garage floor coating is out of this world, and they do not use epoxy. That is the old stuff. Don't get fooled into using epoxy. They use polyurea. That's the new premium standard for coatings. Check out their website, get pictures, get a quote. GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call their office 751-9070.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Who did George Takei play in Star Trek? What was he?
Sulu?
Was it Sulu?
Mr. Sulu, I believe, in Star Trek, the original series.
He's kind of a lunatic these days.
Kind of.
He's in his 80s. He hosted with Stern a bunch when he was on Sirius back in the day. But I don't think he really does anything else except go to these conventions and sign autographs.
Oh, he trolls on social media. He's a nut.
There's that. Sure. What is this? I don't even know what this is.
This just goes to show that these left-wing nuts, and that's what some of these people are, nuts, haven't learned a thing. We went from, let's turn down the rhetoric. Maybe that lasted, 30 minutes, 45 minutes? George Takei says, quote, Trump is employing a Nazi playbook to exploit Charlie Kirk's assassination. Nazi playbook. So the same rhetoric that is being used to brainwash so many of these young radical leftists that feel like they have to shoot people all the time, instead of saying, you know what, this is a dangerous time in our country, maybe we need to pump the brakes.
They turn it back around on.
Yeah, this old nut, this old piece of crap, quote, Trump is employing a Nazi playbook to exploit Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Yeah, I think the Nazi thing has been watered down to the point where it's just sort of a puddle now.
It's like if somebody says racist.
Yeah.
Like when somebody really is racist, it's lost all of its meaning because these morons have cried wolf so often. Now, with Charlie Kirk, I posted this on our Facebook and our Twitter earlier. I think it was on our Instagram too. I did not know about his high school basketball game.
I saw that.
Hat tip, man. Charlie had a stroke. Charlie was shooting threes, had good form, was burying some long-distance threes.
Well, I'm watching it right now. Yeah,
so we put that video up on social media at Hammer and Nigel, Facebook, Twitter, and I believe it's on our Instagram story as well.
What is the song playing?
It was some sort of rap song. Whoever made the highlight tape put some hardcore rap lyrics to it.
Because I'm reading the closed captioning, and I'm like, well, okay, this is great video, but yeah, be careful if you are watching it around kids.
Whoever made that highlight tape put a pretty dope mix behind it, and it's got some filth, flarn, filth. But if you're just looking at the form, hell, I watched a lot of IU basketball last year. I didn't see many kids shoot threes the way Charlie Kirk was doing in high school, man. Good for him. Now, on the subject of Charlie, Turning Point USA, and I think you just heard our newsroom talk about this a few minutes ago. Turning Point USA has announced they have unanimously elected Charlie's widow, Erica Kirk, as the new CEO and chair of the board for the organization. Charlie previously served in all of those roles. I feel like this makes sense. And if you watched her just emotional, heartfelt speech last Friday.
It was hard to watch.
I think the company's going to be in good hands. This was Erica Kirk this past Friday.
Charlie, I promise I will never let your legacy die, baby. I won't. I promise I'll make Turning Point USA the biggest thing that this nation has ever seen. I promise.
And now she's going to have that opportunity. She was unanimously elected as the replacement for Charlie, the chair of the board and the new CEO. Go back to that speech on Friday. Like, yes, she was grieving. Yes, she's having a hard time. but like she was rallying the troops too.
The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea.
All right, Erica, do your thing, girl.
They claim to operate on over 3,500 campuses nationwide, 2,000 student-led chapters, 800 faith-based groups. Turning Point USA, basically, if you don't know what Turning Point USA is, it's a conservative political group on college campuses that focus on limited government, individual liberty, faith, freedom, traditional American values. Again, on high school, college, and university campuses. Now, we were talking about the other day how Chris, your son, wants to start one, was on UIndy.
It's tough, man. It's not easy to start one of these chapters.
And I think it might cost money.
It does.
Yeah.
It's actually rather expensive. So you need some financial backing or somebody super rich to kind of help you get going, or a campus with a lot of conservatives, which, man, some of these smaller campuses like UIndy, for example, I think you probably count on a single hand those that are outspoken conservatives. Chris is one of them. But, yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world, so you need some financial backers. But I love that all of these submissions are coming into Turning Point saying, you know what, we're in. This was a breaking point.
Yep.
This absolutely was a breaking point. We'll find the money. We are in. So good luck to Erica Kirk. And again, tonight at 7, there's supposed to be some sort of vigil out on Monument Circle to honor Charlie. Dateline L.A., Nige.
Okay.
A woman in Los Angeles saw a dude cut the line at an In-N-Out burger, but they told the guy that, you know what, you're not going to get away with this. Check out what In-N-Out does when they catch somebody cutting in line in the drive-thru.
Everybody's waiting in line on this side street. There's so many cars in line. This silver Toyota cuts everybody right at the corner of the side street in the driveway. And I see it all happen. The staff still takes their order and everything. That guy just cut everybody. There's no way. So when it was my turn to order, I placed my order and then I was like, by the way, like, that silver Toyota cut everybody in line. He's like, oh yeah, I saw them do that. They put like a home run note is what he called it, which basically means that they're gonna take his order, but they'll tell him to pull out, put his blinkers on in the front, and then they're just gonna take way longer to make his order, as if he were to wait in line anyways. I love In-N-Out so much.
Okay. All right, In-N-Out burger.
There's nothing worse. First of all, the guy should never cut in line, and he gets what he deserves. But there's nothing worse than pulling up to McDonald's or whatever fast food restaurant and them telling you to pull forward. We don't have all your order ready yet.
Correct.
Is there anything worse when we're dealing purely with fast food and ordering and, you know, wanting to get home and just, can you pull in this first space and we'll be out as soon as your order is ready?
Let me tell you the little trick that Taco Bell does by my house. So if you pull up and they don't have your order ready, and if there's nobody in line in the drive-thru, they will tell you, would you mind backing up just a little bit? Because I think there's some sort of sensor where they have to get the orders out in a certain amount of time. So they've told me before, would you mind backing up just a little bit? And then when you pull forward, they'll have the food ready, and it looks like they got it out in a timely fashion.
I remember working at Burger King in Brownsburg when I was 16. We had some sort of sensor that it was a timer at the drive-thru, that we had a certain goal with every car that went through.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they will treat the first thing as a drive-off, right? But if you back up behind this little certain marker, then they get the credit for fast, efficient service. So if they ever do that,
that's hilarious.
If they ever do that, play Let's Make a Deal and say, well, that's going to cost you either a free nacho or a free Coke. I mean, you've got the leverage at that point. They're at your mercy. Use the leverage to your advantage. Which brings us to great moments in drive-through line history.
No.
Some Karen in the McDonald's drive-through line, she was having a hard time, I think, understanding the accent of the fast food worker, or the McDonald's worker. But then the McDonald's worker says honey, calls her honey. Sometimes it's just a term
honey,
that
come
they
on.
use. Well, Karen melted down.
Can I get 2 McDoubles, just plain, nothing on it?
2 plain McDouble, only cheese.
Nothing on it.
Yeah, I understand, but the McDouble come with cheese. You want a cheese or no cheese?
Nothing on it, no cheese.
Sorry, honey.
It's okay. Stop with the honey, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Stop laughing. Not funny. I'm
think
not
it's
your
funny.
honey, so stop telling me honey is what I'm saying.
Oh, shut up.
You can just say whatever you need to say. Where's your manager? Let me speak to your manager.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, total Karen.
Let me speak to your manager. I'm not honey. Don't call me honey. This isn't a drive-through story, and I know we're running way late, but we had a dude that came in late as a manager at the casino when I was working there, and he wanted to walk in day one and announce his presence with authority. He was one of those little dong dudes that felt like he had to be Mr. Johnny Tough Guy.
Little dong.
And like my friend Matt, drunk Matt, who was here yesterday, used to work at the casino with me.
Oh, Matt.
Matt shook his hand. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the team. Yeah. Buddy, I'm not your buddy. Don't call me buddy.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up, buddy. We all got in trouble.
Anybody that says that, I don't want to be around.
Exactly. The male Karen. I don't know what a male Karen is, but it was that guy at the casino.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the college is paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments. Through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99%, or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841, and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
Heat and cool your man cave, attic, garage, or bonus room without adding ductwork with Mitsubishi Electric ductless mini splits.
To find out more, just go to absolutecomfort.org.
The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show.
September 19th through 21st at Grand Park.
Shop, compare, and save with over 200 trusted experts.
Tickets are $7 at suburbanindieshows.com.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.
Matt Bear, what's going on?
And we're looking at southbound 6570 approaching the south split. A crash with the center lane, the right center lane blocked. Traffic stopped back to the north split, and that's a delay of 4 minutes. And we're also dragging back to rural on westbound 70. Now inbound 65, 9-minute delay from 29th to Meridian Pad. Eastbound 70 delayed 7 minutes. Belmont into the south split. Northbound southbound 65 tied between Raymond and the south split, both directions because of construction. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic 72, 74, 13-minute delay. Eastbound 465 jammed before Westfield Boulevard over to Allisonville Road, and inbound 69 delayed 4 minutes, 106 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 19th through the 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Park Event Center. Visit suburbanindieshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
87 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Coming up here in the 5 o'clock hour, again, Gutfeld. He is still rolling. That dude has been like the voice of the angry conservative since the Charlie Kirk assassination. He's got thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel. Rob Kendall is going to flip out and go off the rails. And Kamala Harris is embarrassed of gay people? Maybe?
What?
We've got an interesting story about Kamala next.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Ooh,
deep
high
breath.
Five, high five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm, totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Local real estate expert here in Indy, Mark Deedle, wants you to know that Zillow is ranking Indy number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen and are holding strong, and now is a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to max your equity. Sell your home with Mark Deedle. Just like Luke and Emma in Franklin did. They built their dream home, but they needed to sell their old place at a great price. They got multiple offers in the first weekend and closed in 25 days with Mark Deedle.
Mark Deedle is the only real estate expert that we trust and recommend on our show because of the guarantee. Mark Deedle guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Call Mark Deedle today, 317-755-4232, or go to markdeedle.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdeedle.com.
Look around. Your home could probably use some updates, but you don't have a lot of extra cash floating around at the moment, right? Don't replace, refinish with Miracle Method. From countertops to vanities, tubs, showers, and more, they'll create a custom solution to give you a brand new look while saving you up to half off the cost of replacement. Metal, ceramic, fiberglass, and more. They've got you covered. Call 317-202-1305 or go to miraclemethod.com/Indianapolis to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure of
Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Miss M's Home and Garden's annual fall open house is this Saturday. Visit them for live music, Mallow Run Winery, Pearl Coffee, ice cream, kids games, and more all day. Shop the nursery and greenhouse for all your fall planting needs, including trees, shrubs, locally grown fall annuals, mums, pumpkins, gourds, and more to get your home fall ready. Open house has door prizes, chances to win giveaways all day, along with great sales. Miss M's, located on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, a former senior advisor speaking about a video, and you'll hear about the next game for Notre Dame football. Those stories coming up after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
A free speech fight on Lisa Brady, Fox News. Democrats in Congress say the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel's show after comments he made following Charlie Kirk's death is censorship.
Donald Trump doesn't want a democracy. He wants a throne, and his cronies are clearing the way.
Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost accusing the Trump administration of implementing what he calls a dangerous agenda to punish opposition.
Fascism is not on the way. It is here.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calling for the head of the Federal Communications Commission to resign or be fired. FCC Chair Brendan Carr just telling Fox.
These were local TV stations licensed by the FCC that have a public interest obligation to serve their local community. They pushed back on Disney and said, we don't think that this type of programming is responsive to the needs of our viewers in Utah, in Pennsylvania. And that's exactly the way the system is supposed to work.
Democrats suggesting FCC pressure was part of ABC's Kimmel decision. Parent company Disney and a media company that owns stations both have upcoming business with the FCC. President Trump says Kimmel said a horrible thing, but was fired for bad ratings more than anything else.
Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
He's also doubling down on finding out who funds Antifa after designating the left-wing group as a terrorist organization. A prosecutor says 5 officers shot in Pennsylvania yesterday were ambushed.
This began as an incident of domestic violence.
York County DA Tim Barker says the gunman, who was ultimately killed as officers returned fire, was suspected of stalking his ex-girlfriend and was hiding in her house, opening fire when police arrived with a warrant for his arrest. 3 officers were killed, 2 others injured, including a sheriff's deputy. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
You might have heard that there was a deepfake AI video. A sunny sky and it's 88 degrees in the Circle City. Low tonight is 62. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. That showed the wife of Representative Craig Haggard of Mooresville being topless earlier this year in Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith's office. John Herrick reports.
This is a 93 WIBC News Spotlight.
Erin Sheridan used to be the senior advisor to Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith. She says some of Beckwith's staff members watched the video while they were at work.
I've met Representative Haggard, and I bet that he's going to be appalled if he knows that his good friend Micah, his staff is showing this video.
That's Sheridan Thursday morning in an interview with 93 WIBC's Kendall and Casey. She says those staff members showed her the video, and this is what she said in response.
And I said, hey, do me a favor and send that to Representative Haggard. And if he's okay with that video, I am too. And looking back, that was so misguided on my end.
Sheridan says she should have told them to send that to Haggard's wife to see what she thought of it. Sheridan was fired from her position in Beckwith's office in July.
Are you worried about being able to find another job at the Statehouse or in government going forward?
I don't think that I'll be able to.
Beckwith says his office has done an internal investigation and they never found a video. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office has been looking into it. With your WIBC News Spotlight, I'm John Herrick.
And the 0-2 Notre Dame football team wants to get back to playing the kind of football they're used to. Len Clark.
Notre Dame's defense has given up 68 points through its first two games, which is uncharacteristic of the Irish over the past few seasons. Linebacker Kingston Viliamu-Assaz says there is a way to turn things around.
Just got to go back to playing Notre Dame football. Go back to having great fundamentals, playing with violence, and playing with relentless effort.
Win over the Boilermakers would steady the season and restore confidence heading into the heart of the schedule. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
WIBC News time is 5:04. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
You've got WIBC traffic at 5:05 with Matt Bear.
Downtown crash clear, southbound 65-70 before the South Split, and it's still a construction zone, so we are still stopped through the North Split and back to rural right now to make it from the North Split to the South Split. 2-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic, 8-minute delay from 29th to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 on a 7-minute delay. Belmont into the South Split. East side southbound 465, stop and go traffic before 70 down to 74. South side. Eastbound 465, pockets of stop-and-go traffic from Kentucky Avenue over to I-65. Southside northbound 65, slow after Southport Road up to 465. That's because of construction. And the same deal with northbound 65 before Raymond Street up to the South Split. Northwest side, southbound 465, slows at 71st and stop-and-go traffic from I-65 down to west of 46th Street. And a crash downtown, Meridian at 10th. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples Easy Bunton is back with even more easy presser for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear and cool once again for our Thursday night as lows drop into the lower 60s. Friday, talking a hot end to the work week with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s under partly sunny skies and light winds. I'm with TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock!
So is it really supposed to be a vigil for Charlie Kirk on the Circle tonight at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, and I don't know how big it's going to be. Hell, for all I know, it could be 5 people out there holding up their phones with a flashlight on. Or it could be 100 or more people. I have no idea. But 7 o'clock, the vigil is supposed to happen of some kind on Monument Circle.
I heard there's one scheduled in Zionsville Sunday night, Mulberry Fields.
Now, there's some leftist
Unofficial.
lunatics in Zionsville. Are they going to show up to be a pain in the backside like some of these college campus kids have?
I doubt it. I was talking about this the other day. Sometimes on Saturdays, like they have like the market in the village, and there's like on First and Oak, there's like 12 to 14 kind of boomers with signs that say fascist and get rid of Trump and blah, blah, blah. One guy can't even be bothered to stand. He has to sit.
Sitting down, hanging out.
Yeah.
Very
I don't know if he
passive-aggressive.
has an affliction or something. I don't know. But they're very benign. People will honk, sometimes. But I don't think... who knows? The things I've seen at some of these Charlie Kirk vigils over the past week have been pretty weird and disturbing. There hasn't been many. I'd say it's the exception more than it is the rule in terms, but like the TikTok video of that girl farting on the memorial.
Right.
What? Who raised you? Who are you? How bad do you hate yourself that you would go do that?
The Texas Tech student that was just making a complete clown of herself, disrupting the peaceful vigil. She was ultimately arrested and then kicked out of school at Texas Tech. That's how over the top and ridiculous she was being to people who were paying their respects. So we'll see what happens tonight at 7 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel suspended indefinitely from ABC, which I told you earlier, I think this was a blessing for ABC. They were probably looking for a reason to cut bait. They were probably tired of losing money and all the local affiliates having a mutiny after Kimmel just blatantly lied and said the shooting suspect was MAGA, which, I mean...
It doesn't make sense.
In no universe do people believe that, do they? I mean, are there people out there that are like, well, Jimmy Kimmel said he was MAGA, so I think he is? Like, are there people like that? Because if there are,
yeah,
wow.
Apparently.
Wow. Greg Gutfeld on the 5 talked a little bit about Jimmy Kimmel. When this story was breaking, Greg Gutfeld, who has just been phenomenal in his takes
and
since the assassination.
Number one late night, by the way. We talk about late night shows and the demise of late night television or late night talk shows. It's Colbert, it's Kimmel, it's
Jimmy Fallon.
To an extent, Fallon, but Gutfeld ain't going nowhere.
No. And it's so rare for a cable outlet to just beat the brakes off of a traditional network show.
Yeah.
But, man, it's not even close. Gutfeld is the king of late night in terms of ratings. Here he is on Jimmy Kimmel.
He's done. I mean, this is a great case study, though, of cognitive dissonance. How can such a smart, successful man be so wrong? Yeah. How can he live in this kind of denial? It's because he knows he's wrong. And if you strip that away, what's left? If you wrestle him away from this delusion that he's stuck with for years about Trump supporters, about Trump, about Republicans in general, what's left? What's underneath that? The realization that you are the bad guy in the movie. You're not a defender of democracy. You're a defender of destructive delusions. I mean, hate to tell you, buddy, but the guy who shot and killed Charlie Kirk was more likely a fan of yours than he was in MAGA.
And he's right. He's absolutely right.
Who are Jimmy Kimmel's writers? How did anybody raise their hand and say, hey, this monologue might not be a good idea?
It's factually inaccurate. Or does he only surround himself with yes men? And you see some people do that. You see some politicians do that. But it was blatantly wrong. And that's what ticked off so many local affiliates to where they had a mutiny. Now, we can get into the debate like we did earlier of whether or not this is a coordinated thing led by the Trump administration.
There's a giant merger going on between corporations that own many TV stations like Nexstar and Tegna that want to merge, and they got to get some waivers. They got to get some signatures because it's a giant deal.
Help from D.C. is what they need. Help from the FCC and a big man that likes to be orange.
So that I'm Donald Trump. I like to be orange. I just like the color. I'm orange.
Looks good on me. They need his help. But I think ultimately, to me, ABC was probably tired of hemorrhaging money here because Kimmel was looking up at Colbert in the ratings, and Colbert was losing $10+ million a year and had a staff of 100 writers. So if you're looking up at that guy, you're probably losing even more money. And ABC was like, this is the excuse we have to, quote, indefinitely suspend Jimmy Kimmel. And the news today is that they offered Jimmy a chance to come out and apologize and say, look, I was wrong about that information. He wasn't MAGA. Kimmel declined. And now here we are. He doesn't have a job for the time being. So Pete Buttigieg was in Indy today. He was over at the Statehouse rallying with the Democrats.
Oh, cool. Was Chasten there?
Easy, Adam Wren. I don't know if Chasten was there or not, but this was the rally against gerrymandering, right? There's chatter that in November, Governor Braun's going to call a special session. They're going to redistrict the state. Well, the Democrats brought in Pete Buttigieg to be their big speaker to fire up the troops today. On the same day that a story breaks out, Kamala Harris, presidential loser, she basically says that Buttigieg was her first choice to be a running mate in 2024, but she thought the partnering with Pete was too risky because he's gay. So let that sink in for just a moment. Kamala Harris thought she could not win the election because too many people hate gay people. But she picked Tim Walz to be her running mate.
This guy does spirit fingers and, show tune kicks.
Right.
He comes out of the...
He comes out prancing like a chorus line, and that's the masculine guy that she thought would win some votes.
I don't think either way they would have had a chance. I think it was...
Pete Buttigieg thinks that guy's feminine.
I think...
Like, Pete Buttigieg didn't do half the stuff that old balls Tim Walz came out doing.
I don't really think Pete Buttigieg is feminine, but I do think Tim Walz is.
Jazz hands.
And why not take a flyer on a guy like Buttigieg instead of Tim Walz at this point when you know you're probably going to lose anyway? I don't understand why in the world she wouldn't have gone with a guy that checks off a lot of boxes, military, former mayor, gay,
transportation secretary. So he's worked in Washington.
Worked in the Biden administration, and she decides to go with old balls Tim Walz. That's big mistake. The whole thing was a cluster F.
Like in my mind, I see Pete Buttigieg going, "I'm too gay?" Looking at a picture of Tim Walz. "I'm too gay?" Oh, everything Kamala Harris does is a disaster. When the story leaked out, CNN got the perspective of Scott Jennings.
So you couldn't pick Pete Buttigieg because he was gay, but you could endorse taxpayer-funded sex changes for minors? I mean, honestly, and then you pick Tim Walz. There is not a single political operative alive who believes that Tim Walz was a good choice or helped the ticket. Pete Buttigieg would have been a far superior choice.
Yeah.
And the idea that you're going to go blame it on that now shows just how unfit she was for the presidency in the first place.
Right. And I agree with you, Nige. She wasn't going to win that thing anyway.
Well, what did I just say? Take a flyer on Buttigieg. Who knows? She wasn't going to win it anyway.
Right. Nobody ever votes for the vice president, no matter how much of a big deal we always make of it. Who's the running mate? Who's the choice? Nobody ever cares. It's the top of the ticket.
Walz was a disaster.
Oh, that guy. Just a train wreck. Matt Baer, what's going on?
Yeah, check it out, southbound 6570. That is jammed right now from the north split to the south split. Construction, also an earlier crash that's gone, but the traffic is still there. 4-minute delay right now from the north split to the south split. Also, inbound 65, delayed 8 minutes, 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 79-minute delay, Tibbs to the south split. Crash downtown, Meridian at 10th. Northbound 65, stop and go traffic from Southport Road up to 465. That's a construction slowdown. And south side, eastbound 465. Pockets of slow, Kentucky Avenue over to Arlington Avenue. East side, northbound 465 slow, 72 Penn Pike. Southbound 465, stop and go traffic from 70 down to 74. Inbound 69, that's stop and go, 106th Street to 82nd Street for a delay of 5 minutes. And a crash east side, Washington Street, east of Mithofer Road. Traffic sponsored by Freegie and Freegie Auctioneers. Freegie and Freegie Auctioneers presents the Big Boy Toy Auction, September 26th at noon and September 27th at 10 a.m. Hosted by Auto Dealers Exchange and sponsored by the John Jones Auto Group. License number AC312-00002. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Again, like in my mind, the way this plays out, after Kamala calls Pete Buttigieg and says, look, I just don't think I can win with a gay guy, so I'm picking somebody else. Yeah. And she picks Tim Walz. And he goes out in that convention, and he's leg kicking, and he's jazz handing, and he's talking about how boys need tampons. Like, I see Pete Buttigieg and Chasten just got to do a slow turn to each other. We're too gay? 87 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Fun round of Are You Okay With This? Next.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's. But that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease, $2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Maintenance is going to drastically increase the efficiency and performance of your system. It's also going to significantly improve the longevity of it. People think that they are saving money by skipping their maintenance. And in reality, they're just shaving years off the life and increasing the consumption of that unit, spending a lot more in the long term.
Get your tune-up today at Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So, where's the lake?
Not here.
But it says Great Lakes Honda of Fishers.
Right. I just don't see a lake.
Well, who needs a lake when you can lease a 2025 Accord SE for $329 a month and 0 down?
That definitely won't soak our bank account.
Oh, it's the old Honda of Fishers.
Great Lakes, great people, great cars.
But no actual lake. Visit our showroom off State Road 37 today. Tax and title fees not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only. Not combinable with other offers. Loyalty or conquest rebates may apply. Offer ends September 30th. See dealer for details.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Douglas Mini Splits dealer.
Are you really okay with this? Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey show here to go off the rails in just a few minutes. Right now, Hammer, are you okay with this? A video of a man having a meltdown when he was asked to leave a Delta Sky Club at an airport in Palm Beach. He didn't have proper membership, was refusing to follow the rules. Here are the officers trying to kick him out and then arresting him.
I'm telling you with my authority that you're about 2 seconds from leaving the airport.
Because of why?
Because you don't have the proper identification to get into the club in the first place.
I'm going to ask one question. Are you going to leave this room right now?
Yeah, certainly.
Then get up and leave.
Then get up and leave.
If you don't leave, you're under arrest for trespass. Period. I'm not going to play with you. You may take your stuff and get out, or you're going to go to jail for trespassing. What is your choice? My choice is... Then you're going to go to jail. I said I know my choice is to leave. Sir, my choice was to leave.
We gave you ample opportunity to stand up and walk out, and you did.
Man.
They were giving him a lot of chances. I guarantee the cop was like, please, dude, just leave. I don't want to deal with this, dude.
It's the freaking Sky Club at Delta.
Come on. Do you want to stay here or you want to leave? You stay here, you get arrested, you leave right now. It's fine. The guy probably needed to be arrested because he was going to get on a flight drunk and cause a problem there, too.
Let me tell you why I'm okay with this. Because this surly old goat now has a story where he can go back home and go, I was too rowdy for the club. Like, what was the Flo Rida song, T-Pain? The club can't even handle me right now. The club couldn't handle my man right now. He got kicked out of the club. Now, when you're in your 20s, it means you've been kicked out of Tiki Bob's. But when you're an older degenerate, you try to set up shop in the Delta Sky Club and they throw you out. He's too rowdy for the club. That's a badge of honor.
A brawl broke out at Benihana.
Oh.
In California. We all know what Benihana is. It's like hibachi grill, right? Man, I love it. I love those. I love hibachi grills, man. But this was in California Monday night. An employee got into a fight with a security guard after an argument with management. Lots of ins and outs. Here is some of the brawl that went on.
Hold on. Get ready to play that clip again.
Yeah.
When you're telling me, here's some audio of what went on, and the first thing I hear is, ah! You know it was a pretty good brawl.
And at Benihana, too, have you ever been to one of those hibachi grills? I'm willing to bet, like, they put his face on the griddle there, the huge grill or something like that.
Holding it down.
Ah! That's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. You can't be acting like a fool in the restaurant.
I'm okay with hibachi grills, though.
I am too, man.
Oh, man, they're the best.
And it sounds like the staff at Benihana wasn't in the mood to put up with crap.
No.
But I still don't put them into that elite fighter category.
No?
So we asked this earlier. Who do you have winning a restaurant employee Royal Rumble? The staff at a Waffle House or the staff at a Popeyes? Now, here are some food for thought, okay? This is an employee at Popeyes that pulled out a gun on somebody that was giving him crap that he wasn't making the chicken sandwiches fast enough.
That is ridiculous. I don't think that's fair at all.
He could have shot somebody behind a chicken sandwich. Somebody could have lost their life.
So the employee at Popeyes whipped out a gun because he was tired of your crap yelling at him that the chicken sandwiches weren't coming out fast enough.
It was the employee that pulled the gun.
Right.
Okay.
Here's the Waffle House employee, a waitress, who also pulled a gun on a guy.
Like I said, I'm looking down at my food, trying to make sure it's right. And I see people just running, So that's when I look up, and she had the gun at me like this. Then I was like, you tripping, you ain't finna do nothing. And she caught it back. So I'm like, well, maybe she is finna do something. She was like, she'll blow my brains out. I was fearing for my life, because like I said, I had been shot before.
Hold on. Let me hear the end of that one more time, because this says everything you need to know about who I think wins this. Not only does the waitress pull out a gun at the Waffle House, but the customer has been shot before.
So I'm like, well, maybe she is finna do something. She was like, she'll blow my brains out. I was fearing for my life, because like I said, I had been shot before.
Okay.
So the question on the YouTube chat, on the Twitter sphere, Facebook, Instagram, who do you got winning a WWE-style restaurant Royal Rumble? The employees of a Popeyes or the employees of a Waffle House? I'm Team Waffle House, but maybe I can be talked into it. Let me know. Jump in that YouTube chat. All right, I'm looking out in the hallway. Rob Kendall's putting on war paint.
Oh,
he's ripping off his shirt like Hulk Hogan in 1986.
Yeah.
I think he's just about ready to go off the rails. That's coming up right after Jake does the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Jimmy Kimmel's talk show off the air. You've got fair skies and 88 degrees on Monument Circle. Lows tonight in the lower 60s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. That was after the late night host's comments about Charlie Kirk's killer. ABC stations owned by a company called Nexstar are dropping Kimmel's show for now. They said they really disagree with the comments that Kimmel made about Kirk. 3 officers were killed and 2 were injured after they were looking into a dispute in rural Pennsylvania. Officers were attacked when they were trying to arrest a suspected stalker. York County District Attorney Tim Barker says the shooter hid inside his ex-girlfriend's home, that is, with a gun during the attack.
They decided that they were going to go in. The door was opened, and upon immediately opening the door, the actor repeatedly fired at the officers.
Matthew James Ruth was the suspect, and he was shot and killed. He evaded police on Tuesday, and they came back Wednesday with warrants for Ruth's arrest. A bill that's been written to improve health care is gaining traction in the House. John Herrick explains.
Indiana Republican Congressman Rudy Yoakum says this bill is both bipartisan and effective.
This bill helps foster innovation by removing burdensome red tape and getting groundbreaking medical devices to seniors faster.
On the House floor this week, Yoakum said it ensures that seniors on Medicare can benefit from FDA-designated breakthrough devices right away while creating a clear path for continued coverage. It still has to be reviewed by the full House before heading off to the Senate. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And English singer Ed Sheeran has announced a new tour. Fox's Michelle Polino reports.
And if love's just a game, come and play.
Ed Sheeran is hitting the road with his biggest North American tour yet. His Loop Tour will hit 22 stadiums across the U.S. and Canada in the summer and fall of next year, kicking off June 13th at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The British pop star will make stops in Nashville, Milwaukee, Chicago, Denver, Las Vegas, San Diego, Philadelphia, and more. The tour follows the release of his new album, Play, and comes after Sheeran launches the international leg in New Zealand and Australia early next year. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
With your WIBC traffic at 5:32, here's Matt Bear.
Southbound 6570 downtown, delayed 6 minutes north split to the south split. That's a construction zone. Eastbound 70, 11-minute delay, Tibbs Avenue into the south split. Inbound 65 on a 7-minute delay from MLK to Meridian Penn. And inbound 70 stop and go traffic rural into the north split. Same with eastbound 70 out of the north split out to Sherman Drive. South side eastbound 465 pockets of slow from I-69 to Arlington Avenue. On the northwest side, northbound 465 stop and go from 79th up to 865, 4-minute delay. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic from 70 down to 74. And a crash on the east side, it's Washington Street east of Mithofer Road. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 19th through the 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Park Event Center. Visit suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a mostly clear, quiet, and cool Thursday night with lows back down to the low 60s. And then we're in for a hot end to the work week for our Friday under plenty of sunshine, dry air, and light winds. Highs will get back into the upper 80s to even low 90s in some spots across central Indiana. And we're still on the warmer side into Saturday with highs in the mid to upper 80s under partly to mostly cloudy skies and light winds. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here, also joining us live in studio. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. Here to go off the rails. Rob, how are you?
Great, thanks as always, guys, to our segment sponsor, the one, the only, Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
Another great interview this morning involving the allegations of the inappropriate AI video that may or may not have been circulating throughout the Lieutenant Governor's office. Who did you have in studio? This is one of those interviews that I stayed in my garage for. I stayed in the driveway for to listen to the whole thing. Go ahead and maybe reset everything that was talked about today.
Yeah, so Erin Sheridan was our guest. She was a senior advisor to Micah Beckwith. Basically 30 years she's been in the Indiana state government. She was so well thought of amongst the state of Indiana that she was at one time appointed the interim auditor for the state of Indiana. And she came on with us today to describe in detail about the AI porn being shared. And she saw it being shared and saw the video in the lieutenant governor's office, according to her, allegedly that she claims she saw this.
This was the wife. The video was the wife of a representative from
Mooresville, Craig Haggard.
Craig Haggard.
Yes, his wife.
You're a big fan of his, by the way.
Oh, well, he came on our show and lied, but this isn't about whether
okay,
he's a pathological liar or not. It's about his wife performed at the Hoosier Idol. It's a charity event where the lawmakers get up and do singing and various things to raise money, and I believe she did a duet with Hunter Biden, a former punter.
Hunter Biden?
Hunter Smith.
What a show! What a show!
Now that's something I would pay to see.
I'm sorry. Hunter Smith.
I'd win an auction. I'd pay auction money to see that.
Representative, yeah.
And the winner is Jason Hammer. $9 million.
Hunter Smith.
Hunter Smith, the former punter of the Colts, now a state rep. They, I believe, did a duet together, and according to Erin Sheridan, that video of them was then turned into some sort of artificial intelligence pornography.
All right, so there was questions about whether this thing exists. The folks in the lieutenant governor's office are still claiming that there's no video, and it doesn't exist. What did we learn today?
So according to Erin Sheridan, she described in detail of it being shared, said the two people who were mentioned in the LaBianco piece were the individuals who shared it, according to her. She said that those two individuals said the lieutenant governor, when she called them out on viewing it in the office, that the lieutenant governor, according to them, had seen the video, and that Erin Sheridan claimed that after seeing the video, she went to Sherry Ellis, who is Micah Beckwith's chief of staff, told her about the video as well, and was basically brushed off as it was no big deal.
Now, the husband of Sherry Ellis, this is Hot Take Guy on social media. He is calling your interview gossip talk radio.
He can call it bananas if he wants. I mean, look, these two stories, both of these people cannot both be telling the truth. And Erin, I've known Erin for 12 years now. She had an impeccable reputation, very well thought of. You'd have to be an insane person to make this up. And so I guess the question now goes to the lieutenant governor and his chief of staff. Is Erin lying? I mean, she has said in very specific detail that those guys allege in the office who were viewing this, according to her, that the lieutenant governor had seen it and that she went to Sherry Ellis, the chief of staff for Micah Beckwith, to report it. Is she lying? That's where we're at in this thing now. We've really narrowed this down.
It's just a lot of hearsay, it seems like. Don't you think? I mean, well, I heard these guys tell me they said this, and they said the governor laughed, and I'm not trying to defend them in any way. It's just I don't see any investigation moving forward with this. What's next? What is next with this?
Well, I believe at least 4 people now have given some sort of information to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office in regards to it's this, could be other things. Here's the point in all of this. The legislature thought it was a big enough deal to make it a crime. So if people want to say, well, this
AI porn.
Right. If people want to brush this off and say, well, it's no big deal, then take it up with the General Assembly. But this comes back to honesty and integrity, whether you think it's a big deal or not. You've got a woman who has been a part of state government for 30 years. She went in to try to help Micah. She was brought in because Micah has no idea what he's doing. And what Micah, and I knew he wouldn't know, is it's not the Wild West. You can't do whatever you want. There are rules and regulations about being in the government.
And that's the one thing Micah and I kind of went head to head on in an interview a couple weeks ago. It's not that I'm anti-church or anti-religion. I'm not. I'm very much endowed to my beliefs, right? I talk about this all the time, but he's only brought his church people over to handle his business. They don't know what they're doing. You need somebody that actually knows the ins and outs and the procedures of what's going on. It's okay to be an outsider, but you also need to have people in there that know how government functions.
And that's what I mean. Full disclosure, I said this on air. I recommended Erin to Micah because I know she's been a steady hand, helped many statewide office holders do their jobs, and she really tried to help him. So in order to believe she's lying, I mean, she's had to go to great legal expense. She's had to pay for her own counsel. She has participated in whatever she's been asked to by the authorities. It would be insane to put yourself through all of this for no reason. And she said, and she's probably right, she is now basically unhireable in state government because people will see her as a snitch for coming in and telling the truth today.
And she was fired after this whole thing, right?
Yes. Now, according to Abdul's got a piece out and a post that he did. And we didn't get into any of that today. We stayed focused on the video. But according to the thing Abdul posted, they tried to get her to quit. She refused and then was fired after she refused to quit. So Abdul's got a piece with her up at Indie Politics as well.
So that all went down kind of after this controversy was playing out or had played out.
Yeah, this would have been in April that all of this stuff was alleged to have happened. I can't remember if her dismissal was June or July. But just ask yourself, does it make any sense if you were going to make up some scandal that you would invent the viewing of artificial intelligence pornography?
So worst case scenario, let's say that this gross video does exist. Okay, I don't know, but hypothetically here, what laws are broken? Who would possibly go down for this?
So what's interesting about this is I believe this was passed in the General Assembly this year. Now, most laws take effect July 1st, and it's going to have to be some legal, person with a better legal mind than me to figure all this out. It may not have even been a crime at the time the event allegedly occurred, if indeed it did occur as she went down. This is a question about honesty and integrity, because Micah has come on your show multiple times and said, I have no idea about any of this. I didn't know it was happening. Aaron Sheridan said specifically today that she has talked to Micah, and everybody knew in Micah's orbit, people were calling her out on social media that she was the person who was alleged to have seen it. And she said at no point did Micah ask her, even though he's done this supposed investigation into it, Aaron, what did you see? What happened? What are you alleging happened? Who were these people? Can you walk me through it? And look, we've caught Mike in multiple lies with the stuff with the car, stuff with Diego, stuff about the budget.
The grand jury.
I mean, he knows that the Marion County prosecutors, what they're doing and what they're looking into. And then you even go to the stuff where how does he end up at game 3 of the NBA Finals with Diego and a high-profile known felon? He can't tell a consistent story about that. Like, all of these things can't just be this guy's getting a bad shake, can it?
So this grand jury... This isn't just about that AI video, though, right? It seems like this is part of another larger investigation. Is that my understanding?
It's your understanding? My understanding, based on multiple people who have given information to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office, that they are looking into a variety of things. I think this video is one of the things they're looking into. But it's my understanding it's much bigger than just this thing. Now,
when you say bigger, are we talking about, oh, my God, this is so corrupt?
Embezzlement, or is this
just
procedural?
A number of a series of procedural things?
Well, yeah, I think it's a series of alleged violations that they're looking into, that they're taking very serious. Okay. Now, this is what I say, and this is why Micah not coming clean on this is so ridiculous. A grand jury doesn't mean an indictment. A grand jury certainly doesn't mean a conviction. Happens all the time where people look into things and they go, hey, we looked into it, nothing there. But I don't for a second believe Micah didn't know about this allegation with the video, that he didn't know who made the allegation. I believe there's as much chance of that as that Diego Morales paid that money back for that trip to India. And it's just like, dude, just come clean. Just be honest. These investigators may look at this and go, nothing here, nothing happened, everybody go home. But it's so damn frustrating, his unwillingness to come clean.
Come back for one more segment?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to talk a little cancel culture with Mr. Off the Rails, Rob Kendall, when we come back.
You got to protect your home ahead of the fall and winter weather. Get replacement windows from Window Nation. I mean, we're talking top quality, energy efficient windows from a trusted company, all at a reasonable price. I have Window Nation windows, so you know I wouldn't lead you astray. These guys are the best, and the deal they have right now, buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 for free and no money up front for 2 years.
Get a fast and free estimate with Window Nation. Free is the key word. Get this set up before the nasty cold weather arrives for the winter. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Get that fast, free estimate. And while you're talking to the representative, ask about the big deal where you can buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 for free and you don't pay anything for 2 years. Yeah, that's kind of important. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-951-4279 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-951-4279. That's 800-951-4279. What do you have to lose? Call 800-951-4279. Again, 800-951-4279.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the parking lot across the street from Perry Meridian 6th Grade Academy. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot on Meridian across from Perry Meridian 6th Grade Academy. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot on Meridian across from Perry Meridian 6th Grade Academy. Get there before the truck is gone.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tamara and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
mNEXSpike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna is here. To find it near you, visit mnexspike.com. That's mnexspike.com.
Heat and cool with nearly geothermal efficiency in places you can't fit ductwork with Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits.
Just go to absolutecomfort.org. That's absolutecomfort.org.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Matt Bear has a look at the road.
All right, Hammer, it's downtown. We have a stall southbound 65 at West Street, blocking the center lane, causing traffic to jam back to MLK. Delay opens up at 6 minutes. Southbound 65-70 delayed 6 minutes from the north split down to the south split. And eastbound 70, 6-minute delay, Tibbs Avenue into the south split. Crash east side, Washington Street at Mithofer Road. Northwest side, northbound 465, slow roll off 86th Street up to 865. Eastbound 465 slows Westfield Boulevard past Allisonville Road, delayed 6 minutes. And south side, eastbound 465 slow from the White River over to Arlington Avenue, coming in at a 13-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show. It's the Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 19th through the 21st, offering hundreds of exhibitors, thousands of ideas, and local artisan shopping. Tickets $7 online and free parking at Grand Park Event Center. Visit suburbanindyshows.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
87 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC. Back with Rob Kendall, host of the #1 rated Kendall and Casey show, middays here at 93 WIBC. So, Rob, you good with the notorious PIG being let go at Ball State?
I told Hammer this. You guys got to get that notorious PIG on a shirt for the Hammer and Nigel
Explain who this woman is real quick.
The big old woman in charge of health up at Ball State.
The health department
Previously,
at Ball State, yeah.
A director of health.
And she made some comments about Charlie Kirk.
Right.
She was.
I would just throw money at you guys if you had a notorious PIG shirt on the Hammer. I mean, that's one of the. I love nicknames, right? And
you're a nickname guy,
and I am tipping a hat to you on that one. I was like, I so wish I had thought of that. That is just brilliant beyond belief. Look, there are consequences for your actions, right? And part of the consequence is that if you're going to put something in a public space, that people are going to call you out on it, and they're going to contact potentially your employer about it. And then your employer has to make the choice. So I don't have any sympathy for this woman. What I do get concerned about is when you see people like the Attorney General coming out talking about how essentially they're going to police speech. Society polices speech.
Right.
Like they did with this woman. She did something egregious on the internet, and she paid for it. That's the way it should work. The government should have no place in this whatsoever.
And as I told you on your show earlier today, like for people coming at me, oh, so now you're in favor of, editing and you're in favor of cancel culture. No. I don't want this woman to be doxxed. I do not want this woman to lose her social media. I don't want her to be shadow banned and lose reach. Keep all that stuff, right? That's what happened to all of us during COVID and a lot of that crap. No. She can say what she wants, but her employer has every right to say, yeah, you're a big distraction here, and you're not worth the hassle we're getting. That's basically what Ball State said in that release statement.
I mean, it's not like Ball State went back 12 years into her social media history and found some innocuous, possibly offensive tweet. That's what cancel culture really is.
Right. Not the case at all. And it's the PETA cost, the pain in the blank cost. Let's say that at Nick Saban, when he was coaching at Alabama, if he would have said something controversial on social media, I have a hard time believing that Bama would get rid of Nick Saban because he brings in so much revenue. This was a big fat woman in health. Now, again, I feel like I can say these things because I am fat too, but you wouldn't want me in charge of health. I'm a little chubby. I got a drinking problem. I shouldn't be in charge of health. And this broad that looked like John Candy in drag was in charge of health. That might be the bigger issue than what she said on social media, Rob.
Yeah, and again, I can't reiterate enough how brilliant the name Notorious P.I.G. is.
Special thanks to
Garage Doors of Indianapolis. You guys are the best.
He's off the rails. That's Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Let's say you have $200,000 saved for retirement. You could either bury that in a hole in their backyard, or you could make a smart move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years. Here's the math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000 if my math is correct.
Do yourself a favor and set up that free consultation with Bill Demery, your retirement guy. He's my retirement guy, based here in Indy. He can tell you how to earn 10% on that initial amount you put in and grow it even more by the year's end. 317-648-5120. It's a free consultation. What do you have to lose? 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com. That's yourretirementguy.com. Bill Demery, tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Everybody knows